Right now, there's money with your name on it sitting in somebody else's pocket. All because you didn't follow up. And I can make that better than almost everyone you're competing with in one simple system. No extra ads are required. Stick around because in a few minutes I'm going to give you a 7-day plan you can start this week. Businesses hire me to double or triple their revenue without spending more on ads. And one of the fastest ways I do that is by fixing their follow-up process. Because here's the truth. 80% of sales happen after the 5th contact. But most people stop after the 2nd. You're literally walking away from money that's already yours. Make sense so far? Picture this. You're running a service business. The phone's ringing, estimates are going out, and proposals are sitting in that stack of paperwork on your desk. But your closing rate feels like you're throwing darts blindfolded. You've seen that happen, right? You spend 2 hours putting together a detailed quote. You send it off, and then crickets. Maybe you call once and leave a voicemail. Maybe you send just a checking in email. Still, nothing. So, you move on. Assume that they went with somebody cheaper and start chasing new leads. But here's what's really happening. While you're off hunting for new prospects, your competitors are staying in touch with your leads, building relationships and closing deals that should have been yours. Every day you wait, your competitors are talking to the people who called you first. That money sitting in the stack of untouched quotes on your desk, it's walking out the door. Here's what I see all the time. A guy I know, let's call him Joe. He's quoted 15 jobs last month, sent out detailed proposals, and followed up once, maybe twice. He got ghosted on all of them. 2 weeks later, he's driving through town and sees 2 of those jobs being done by competitors that he knows. Same projects, same neighborhood. They just stayed in touch better. Joe lost $40,000 in work, not because his price was wrong, and it wasn't because his work wasn't good enough. He just gave up too early. Does that sound familiar? Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't have time for more follow-up. I'm already buried. Here's the thing. Good follow-up actually saves you time because you close more of the leads you already have. Think about it. Instead of chasing 100 new prospects every month, you close 40% more of the current ones you already have. Less time estimating jobs you'll never get and more time doing profitable work. Here's the flip side. Let me tell you about a contractor doing decent work. He's getting steady leads, but struggling to close those deals. His process was simple. Send a quote, maybe one follow-up call, and then move on. Just like Joe, when we gave him a simple checklist that he could keep right in his truck, his close rate jumped 40%. And he picked up a $27,000 in extra work in the first month alone. Same prospects, same competition, just a better follow-up system. Even if you're a one-man operation doing all the calls yourself, this works. I got your attention? Didn't it? Let me break down the exact system that makes you better than almost everybody you're competing with. Here's the part that 95% of businesses get wrong. They think that follow-up means pestering people until they buy. It's not. Follow-up isn't about chasing. It's about showing up until they're ready to buy. Write that down. It's worth remembering. Step 1. Respond like lightning. Here's what could increase your conversion rate from one phone call to appointments by 10% in just 1 week. When somebody reaches out, you respond within minutes, not hours, not tomorrow, minutes. Even if it's just a text saying, hey, I got your message, I'm going to call you back in an hour. Why? Because speed builds trust. And while your competitors are taking their sweet time, you're already building the relationship. This is claiming to be the best parking spot at a job site. The first one there is going to win. Say this exact sentence when you call back. Hey, this is Ryan, and I reached out about your project. I wanted to call you right back while it's fresh in your mind. Boom. You're already ahead of 90% of your competition. Step 2, the 24-hour helper call. Here's where most people mess up. They call in and just say, hey, checking in. Boring. Instead, you add value every time. Hey, I was thinking about your project and I realized there's something that could save you money. Or, hey, I just finished a similar job. I took some photos. Thought you might want to see how it turned out. This single change could boost your appointment setting rate by 15% or more. You see the difference? You're positioning yourself as helpful, not pushy. Step 3, become the trusted advisor. So now you shift from somebody trying to sell them something to somebody who actually cares about their success. Send them something useful, a maintenance checklist, a seasonal tip, even a photo from your phone of similar work. Even if it's just texting seasonal tips from your phone. Hey, just a heads up, freezing warning tonight. Might want to turn off your outdoor water. This positions you as an expert, the one who cares, the obvious choice. And then when they're ready to move forward, bingo. Most contractors never do this. They just keep asking, are you ready to buy yet? Are you ready to buy yet? You're building trust, one helpful interaction at a time. Step 4, give them a reason to choose now. Here's the psychology. Most people delay decisions until there's a reason to decide now. So, create one. Hey, I just wanted to let you know my schedule's filling up for the spring. If you want those March dates, we need to get started on that this week. Or, material costs are going up next month. If we can get your order in, I can hold the current pricing. You're giving them information that they need to make a decision. This one step alone could improve your closing rate by 20%. Step 5, stay in touch for the long haul. This is the secret sauce. It separates amateurs from professionals. Everyone who doesn't buy immediately goes into your simple follow-up system. Monthly check-ins, helpful tips, project photos, seasonal reminders. Keep things simple here. Even if it's just a text every couple months. Hey, how's that HVAC system running? Any issues? What is that, 5 words? Why does this work? Because timing matters more than price. They may not be ready today, but in 6 months, when something breaks, guess who's they're going to call? Remember that contractor I mentioned who picked up $27,000 in the first month? Here's his journey. He started like all scattered, sending quotes and hoping for the best. Within 30 days of having this simple checklist in his truck, he was closing 40% more deals. Within 90 days, he was known as the guy who actually cares, and then referrals started pouring in. Today, he doesn't chase leads anymore. Leads chase him. Same guy, same business, same market, just better systems. Here's the beautiful part. It strengthened his reputation in the community. And when you follow up better, people see you as the one who cares. And that reputation spreads. Here's something you can do right after this video. Pull out that stack of quotes on your desk. The ones you've sent but never heard back on. And pick the top 5. Call them today. Don't sell anything. Don't say, hey, I was just cleaning up my files and I saw your project and I was wondering if your plans have changed or if you have any questions. 1 in 5 is going to re-engage. That's money you've already earned, sitting there, waiting for you to pick up the phone. If you can do only this one thing this week, do this. Look, I know this might sound like a lot, but here's the thing. You can start with just 1 or 2 steps and then start to see the results. Even if you commit to responding faster to new calls, that alone is going to put you ahead of most of your competition. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than the guy who gives up after just 1 try. And remember, skipping follow-up is like leaving your tools on a job site overnight. You're giving somebody else the chance to grab what should be yours. Here's what trips up most people. Mistake number 1. Same boring message every time. Hey, just checking in. Isn't follow-up. This isn't follow-up. It's just lazy. Every contract should add value, or every contact with somebody should add value or give them new information. Mistake number 2, giving up too early. 2 calls and you're done. The fortune is in the follow-up. not the first call. Mistake number 3. Thinking it's about being pushy. Good follow-up isn't nagging, it's staying helpful until they're ready. When you follow up right, you stop wondering where your next job is going to come from. Here's a bonus. When that same contractor got better at the follow-up, he started partnering with other local businesses. He'd refer clients to a partner he trusted, and that partner would refer back to him. Both businesses grew because they were both known for caring about their clients. Better follow-up doesn't just close more deals, it builds the kind of reputation that creates partnerships. Think about this. If you improve your follow-up and close 30% more of your existing leads, that's 30% more revenue without spending a dime on marketing. Your profit margins actually improve because you're not consistently hunting for new prospects. Same clients, same market, just more money in your pocket. Here's your exact plan for the next week, like I promised. Day 1 and 2. Set up a faster response system. Even if it's just an auto text that says, hey, I got your message, I'm going to call you back soon. Day 3 and 4. Call those 5 old quotes that I mentioned earlier and just see what happens. And then day 5 through 7, add value to your next 3 follow-ups. Send a tip, a photo, something helpful. And that's it. Start simple, start to build momentum, and then add in other steps. Actually, speaking of momentum, think of one business owner you know who's great at their craft, but terrible at staying in touch with leads. Send this to that guy who does amazing work, but lets money walk just out the door because he doesn't follow up. When more local businesses get better at this, it keeps money circulating in our community instead of going to some big company that doesn't care. So here's your next move. First, pick one step from this system and start it today. Second, if you want my exact follow-up script for each of these 5 steps, just drop like a follow-up in the comments. I'll send you the complete template with word-for-word examples, including the exact sentences I just gave you today. Third, if you want help building this into a system that you can actually stick with, I do free strategy calls. We can look at your current follow-up process, identify the biggest opportunity, and create a simple checklist that works for your business. Comment something like systems, and I'll reach out personally. Remember, you don't need more leads, more ads, or more marketing. You just need to follow up better than the guy who gives up after one try. All because you can chase new leads, that doesn't mean you should, when the money you need is sitting in that stack of quotes on your desk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.